traders, we are revisiting our monster trade, Bitcoin monster trade. So we've had a little bit of a flush out here. Those of you who haven't been following me, I'll explain what this is about. And if you haven't already, we're doing a gold monster trade and we're doing the Bitcoin. So you can see in my trading view videos here, if you go down, you'll see Bitcoin monster trade. And yeah, we started from way back somewhere. All right, so guys that have been following me are still in some of these trades. These ones back in here. Did we go back that far? I can't remember now. Anyway, so the strategy with this and the idea with this is you open these trades and we're looking to catch. If I scrunch that up, actually, let's just go out to a daily. You're looking to catch a deep reverse, a deep pullback and reversal. So like back in here, we want to catch that. And yeah, look, this is a perfect example of how this works, actually. So let me just show you what this is about. So you're going to build, when that breaks out, you're going to build your positions. And you're going to enter on every pullback, right? So you just keep building, building, building. And obviously, all right, if we open that up a little bit now, so you start building your positions, and as this moves, you pull your stop loss up to break even. Not too tight. Just give the last couple of positions where you open a bit of room to breathe. But the ones down in here, you'll start to pull them to break even. And what will happen is, at some stage, you'll see a deep pullback. So when that pulls back, you're going to lose a couple. But the thing with this is, what you're doing is, with every one of these trades that you open, you close 50% when it reaches 1R, 1-to-1 risk reward. You close 50%. And then when you move that stop loss to break even, that is a profitable trade, right? And it just sits there for as long as you decide you want to keep it in the system. And I'm talking, position trading, intraday. Well, it's more than that. It's swing trading, position trading. So all of these trades here stay in the system. Now, when it pulls back, you're going to lose. Don't forget, you've already made money. So the pullback onto the stop loss, it just, there's no risk, there's no loss, right? Because you've already closed 50%. Right? So you're making money the whole time. But what you're doing here is you're leaving all of this in your order book, right? You're leaving them there. And this then adds up. Now, my target is going to be the all-time highs. So when we scroll out, let's go to a weekly, just nail that all-time high level. Well, all-time highs and beyond. Okay, so that's our main target and beyond, right? Because we're looking now, we're trading this to the right. So we've got this external range here. Here, that's the external range, high to low. Target is going to be the external range high and beyond. So at the moment, this is our main target, okay? So we're going to hang on to these and then possibly even beyond. So this is a trade for 2026. See, here it is back in here. Look, let's just say I won't do it, but you accumulated all through here and you've got a ton of trades, a stack of trades sitting all through here. And you're taking 50% off each one as you gain 1R. Stop loss comes up to break even. When this eventually does a bit of a, takes a bit of a dump, right? Which it will, as it has done here. You're going to lose any of these that are above, but you've already made money on them. So these guys back in here are going to be still there. So let's just take this back. And I want you to picture, guys, seriously, this is seriously a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity if you get what I'm saying here. So these, you'll just leave them in there. Just don't touch. Just let them sit there for however long, right? So you've got all these in the system. Okay, all these ones up here get taken out. You get pulled back. You open new ones. The ones up the top get taken out, but these guys are still in until that. All right. Don't forget, you've already taken 50% off all of these. That's fine, right? So because what we're wanting to do is target. I mean, seriously, look, how far is Bitcoin going to go, right? That's the thing. Let's just do this. I'll show you something. We've got this this distance here, okay, A, B, C, D measured move, if you will, right? Pretty much. So an A, B, C, D measured move brings me up to 100, about 100,000. All right, so let's just call 100 grand. Oh, sorry, 150. 150. All right, so that's a target. All right, so these back here now, they're still in the center. They haven't been taken out. So we're going to be targeting 150 and beyond, 200,000 possibly. So we're looking at however many have accumulated here that are still in the system, reaching 30 R. Okay? All right. So let's just say now, these are gone. So we can delete them because they've all been taken out, right? So we just get rid of that. That's fine. We've already made money on these. Okay, so I hope you understand what I'm getting at here. You're continually trading and you're continually making money on every trade, but you're leaving the rest of it in. Now, here we go. Let's now come back and we're going to focus on, you see, this could have been happening. Look, guys, look, this is what I'm getting at. How far back do you want to go? I remember, I nearly bought a whole stack of Bitcoin when it was at $600. Let's not go there. My mate said, oh, no, we missed the boat. $600. I was going to load up. And he said, no, we've missed the boat. So if you would have done this when Bitcoin was at $600, where would you be right now? Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. So, just try to get your head around. See, look, you're going to be building. When Bitcoin was $600, if you did this, you'd be a would you be a billionaire? Right? You're just continuing. This is a weekly chart, mind you. How many, each one of these would probably have five positions. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, 5 5s is 20. You know what I mean? I hope you get what I'm talking about here. So, this is what we're talking about. We're looking to build this monster trade. Okay, so we get a deep pullback. We get a bit of a flush out. No problem. So let's just come back in now and we'll start to work on where we are currently. And we're going to look for the next opportunity, how to get involved. So these are gone, even though you've made money on every one of them, regardless. Okay, so we can take all that out. See, you've made 50% on all of these. So I've got followers of mine who are in these trades now and who are trading this strategy. And they're building their stash. Well, we've lost these ones with a 50%, profit gain on each one at the moment, right? So we get to start again now. This is a really good opportunity here to rekindle and get ready for when this decides to, continue up. Okay, deep pullback. Now, I'm looking for the opportunity to get involved. What's this, a 4-hour chart? Break of structure. Look, guys. Look at it. Look at this pin bar under here. Okay, so, look, the first trade is going to be, will probably cause you a little bit of anxiety. Go in with a small position size. Don't go in big. Just keep it small. Enough for you to take 50% off the table at 1R. So let's now just narrow down to, let's go to a 1 hour. Okay, now this is what we're going to be doing. If and when, right, so this double bottom, possibly a run on liquidity, and that could be, it looks like a bit of a Wyckoff setup. Well, manipulation, you got the double bottom, you got the run below, taking out these stops, and you got displacement. Let's see how we go, right? So what I'm looking for here is to get a first position in, long position, look for, low to high. Actually, you've got an imbalance here, slight, mark it up. Okay, we're going to plan this trade now and our entry. So the first one, if this is your first imbalance, if this is your first, a little bit of risk involved with the first. But see, the thing with this is, once you have a couple in here and you've got a buffer and you've already taken money off the table, there's zero risk involved. So let's just mark up this other imbalance, right? So that's through here. So this could pull back looking to rebalance. And there is a chance that it could even tank a bit further. That's a possibility. We've got a big support zone under here. So let's just work on a possibility that this does continue up, right? I like this, and I'd be looking for something like that. If it pulls back, I'd be looking to get long through the imbalance. I'd like to see it hold above midway through this imbalance here. And then stop loss would, yeah, you could even throw it under there. So that would be my play. So mark up this imbalance, which is like this thin candle where you see nothing left and right on the 1 hour. Find the midpoint, and that's a real my point of interest. I want to see it hold above that midpoint of the imbalance. I mean, look, yeah, it can pull back a little bit further. Ultimately, it's got to give me a higher low. It's got to do that. And then I want to see it break and give me a higher high. So this is my point of interest. We get long here. Here's the plan, right? Very, very, very simple. Let's just assume that this is going to trend. And we build on every pullback. As the next pullback happens, you're going to close, well, you may or may not, I'm going to close 50% of the previous position. And I'll move my stop loss halfway so that that's in the money, slightly in the money. And as it continues, if it does, right, we look to do exactly the same. So it rallies, we get another higher high, the pullback comes down. We close 50% of that one. So now we've got two of them in the bag. We open this one. Stop loss, yeah, just up a little bit, just so that you're better than break even. All right, and then you continue to work it. Okay, that's the strategy. You've got to have systems in place that give you this rotation, and I've definitely got that. So I'm going to be looking for that to play out. And again, I mean, it could turn around and go the other way, right? But while it's trending, if it's trending, we start to build. And I mean, look further back and you can see that, and look, guys, seriously, this is such an opportunity. If we go back out to the daily and look at our current situation, okay, if this does what I'm really hoping it will do, okay, we're in a gold monster trade at the moment, and it's just working out beautifully. This is a golden opportunity when Bitcoin, goes for a deep pullback like that, and then you can start to target and build your so now you've got these positions still running. All right, just go for your target. All right, now we start to build here again, and we continue. All right, so I mean, look, I think I've pretty well covered it. Back down to lower time frame. So follow me on this. Let's see how far we get with it, because I'm really thinking 2026, providing the stock markets rally, they continue to hold strong, I don't see any issue with Bitcoin at all. Following the risk assets. All right, monster trade. Let's see how we go. If you got a comment, definitely say something. And with that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.